What is up, everybody? This is my ranking of all the Falcon and Winter Soldier episodes, and I know when you're watching this, it's May 20th, and the series ended on May 23rd, but I had a video planned for that next Thursday, so you can go back and watch that. I'll probably link it down below. Speaking of links down below, I will have my whole Falcon and Winter Soldier playlist in the description, because I reviewed that whole series. But anyway, just start off, this is my opinion, and you probably will have a different opinion than me, but, anyway, I'm just gonna roll that intro. This episode was the series premiere, and, I didn't think this episode was great, but I didn't also think it was horrible. That's the main part about this. Anyway, during this episode, we had that amazing canyon scene, and we had Brody in the episode with, Sam giving away Cap's shield to the Smithsonian, and so this was the beginning of a great series, but I do not think this was a great episode. We had that, I'm just gonna say, boring Winter Soldier stuff in this episode, man. I get it's like something new, but it was boring in my opinion, and, I hate how this episode was shot with Bucky, when the therapist was talking to Bucky, but, the ending with John Walker wasn't a surprise since we saw set photos and it was announced, but it was a good ending to the episode. And then we have the bank scene, which, I don't know, I think this episode is more realistic than other episodes and more down to earth, but, it's just not my favorite. We have that awesome Winter Soldier scene, that where he kills Mr. Nakajima's son, and it just sets up the whole entire series. I don't know what more I can say about it besides that it wasn't my favorite. But we also have Bucky on a date, which never gets brought up again. It's like weird, but episode 2 is our next one, The Star-Spangled Man. And let me tell you, I really enjoy this episode. I think it's a really good episode. I think all the Falcon and Winter Soldier episodes are really good, besides episode 1. But this one, we had the real introduction of John Walker, who, out of everybody in this series, had to be one of my favorite characters, man. He was just, Wyatt Russell played him so amazingly, and we had that good More in America talk show thing in the beginning, and then we had Sam, Bucky, John, Lamar all fighting the Flag Smashers on that truck, and we had the ending with Sam going to jail, and the police mistreat him, and we meet Isaiah Bradley in this episode. It's just so good. The pacing is great, and at the end we get a little hint to who John truly is, or what he truly is. I think by the end of the series he's changed a lot, but at the time we get a peek into who he truly was, and at the ending we get a tease of Zemo, and I don't know, this episode is also aided by Sam and Bucky are actually together during this episode, when they were not during episode 1, and that was my biggest complaint. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, I thought this episode was just really fun. The pacing was great, and it introduced this amazing character as John Walker, which I need to see more of in the future. I need to see that U.S. Agent suit and that new Captain America suit, man. But, yeah. Episode 5, baby, Truth. And our number 4 spot, this was the penultimate episode to Falcon and Winter Soldier, second to last. And we had that amazing opening scene with Sam, Bucky, and John fighting for the shield. And in that scene, Sam breaks John's arm, and it's amazing. And it has the aftermath of episode 4 where he killed that one dude. But anyway, I'm just amazed by this episode every time. Just that opening scene, man. And then we have Bucky catching up to Zemo, and you see Zemo is actually kind of disappointed when he sees the gun is empty. And we get that amazing Captain America training sequence where Sam trains to become Captain America. And I don't know, I think this episode was really more about the friendship of Bucky and Sam and the whole boat thing. And I just really enjoyed this episode. I think you can tell. I just have a smile on my face thinking about it. And I think tiny episodes like these in Falcon, it's the longest episode of Falcon Winter Soldier. Why am I saying tiny? But it wasn't filler, but little episodes like this, which aren't big plot movers, really help the series out. Have I mentioned I really like this episode? Wow. Wow. Seriously, we still got more. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, but we have Zemo going to the rafters by the end of this episode. But here we have at the third spot, episode 3, Power Broker, which man, this episode was amazing in my opinion. It introduced Madripoor, and we have that big shootout at the docks, and it's just perfect in my opinion. It's a fun episode. Zemo brings so much to the series, and we finally get Zemo's comic accurate look, and Madripoor is just a great place. And New Rockstars thinks we're gonna be going there during Shang-Chi, which I trust them, but man, this episode, it was just great, man. I can't say anymore. There's only one, the future of the series kind of messes up this episode, because we have the Sharon Carter as Power Broker reveal that was blatantly in our noses, and that's why nobody thought it would, because it was too obvious. And don't let me forget, this episode has Zemo dancing, man. And unlike Warner Brothers, Marvel released the Zemo cut. Amazing. I love this episode. Zemo dances. That's all I have to say, man. Zemo does his little dancey dance. Madripoor is such a fun place, man. I hope we go back there in future movies. It's just like Atlanta, but like a different part of it. Anyway, this episode was just so fun. At the number 2 spot, we got episode 4, The Whole World is Watching. And this episode, obviously, you gotta know why I put it up here. This is the episode where John and everybody really talk to the Flag Smashers. We have the conversation with Carly and Sam that John interrupts during this episode. And if John just wasn't so impatient, everything would have been done. This is really all just John's John's fault of an episode, and we get the amazing Dora Milaje fight scene with John, Sam, Bucky, Lamar, and everybody in that room, and Zemo escapes, and it's just an amazing episode with great fight scenes. And it's lucky they released this episode like the week I had like spring break. No, yeah, because I gotta stay up till when this happened, when this aired, and I would have been so spoiled of the ending when John kills that dude. And by the end we have John taking the serum, which we never see, but Of course he did. And the Mars deaths, and they said that Chadwick Boseman was never supposed to appear in the series. I just want to state that right here. So Okoye was not a replacement. No, it's not Okoye. I forgot her name. I'm sorry, but she was not a replacement for Chadwick Boseman. But man, John, just in retrospective, is just a great character, and I personally need more of him because he is probably one of my favorite characters in the MCU. That was great. So at number 1, we got episode 6, the series finale, One World, One People. And I think this episode, it was not a perfect ending. Let's all be completely honest. The episode is great though. I love how it's really just one big battle. Yes, they lean on Captain America and that helicopter too much, but let's just agree with me. That Captain America suit is amazing. The power broker reveal was unnecessary, and I liked New Rockstar's theory where they said that the Mandarin in Shang-Chi could be the power broker, which I thought was really smart, but no. No. They had to do the obvious route with Sharon Carter, which by the end, with her phone call, I'm not 100% convinced. Let's just say that. But this episode was just really fun. And at the ending, we had U.S. Agent, and we had the title card Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Should have been Captain America and the White Wolf. But we have Isaiah Bradley being remembered in the Smithsonian, and we have John Walker's whole storyline in this episode, where he saves that bus full of GRC members who are being attacked by the Flag Smashers. It's just all really great. And Sam's final speech by the end, I could go on, but sadly I won't. But I just really enjoy this episode, man, and I think it is what the best of the MCU could be. Well, anyway, that is my review for all Falcon the Winter Soldier episodes. Not review, ranking, sorry. I just have it in my mind, Falcon the Winter Soldier review, since I did so. 6, man. I can't believe Falcon the Winter Soldier is already over. It feels like WandaVision, just started last week. But, wow. Let me actually comment down below your opinion on your ranking of these episodes. I would be very curious to see it, but tell me your thoughts about the whole entire show. Are you excited for the Captain America 4 spin-off of this? And this is kind of spinning off into Armor Wars. Are you excited for that, even though we don't really have any details? Tell me everything you want to tell me down in the description. Go follow our socials down in the description, and goodbye, stay safe, and goodbye.